Shalom, shalom. I'm gonna get the brothers a couple minutes to get back up in here. They took my last live down, so it is what it is. Share this live out. Hey, it's all good. Call to Tawab call. It's all good. And the thing is, I blocked that girl. I blocked that girl that, I don't even know how could it be her. Unless she got another account or something. It's probably that, man. Yo, I just gotta start blocking. I just gotta start blocking. That's what it is, cause this place in a very emotional state. Yeah, they always got backups. It's all good. It's warfare. They hit me. I got back up though. Alright, so let's start this. All praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalom to you brothers, you Akyam out there, sincere, pushing this 100% doctrine on the highways and byways and on this net, which we call the internet. Alright, we are under heavy persecution, as we know. And this place is very emotional. This place is in a very emotional state. I ain't gonna sidetrack I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit. Let's go to Bel and the Dragon and the Apocrypha. I'm gonna go over there. Just to speak about emotions. And not about them, but how we gotta be. I want to start Daniel, Bel and the Dragon. Let's start at 1 and 4. Or actually, let's start at 1 and 3. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour and 40 sheep and 6 vessels of wine. Okay, they worshiped this idol, Bel. They worshiped this thing. And the king worshiped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own God, his own power. That's Yahawah. And the king said unto him, why doeth not thou worship Bel? Okay? Y'all understand? No brothers understand this, of course. We have been vexed. Our spirit is vexed during these holiday times. Our spirit is vexed. I hate the holiday season, man. As the brothers was talking about it yesterday at camp. From October to January, we are vexed. We gotta go along and hear these people say happy holidays, happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, happy New Year. Ain't none of that shit making me happy. Ain't none of that. I'm not relating. It's not resonating. None of that. Right? Yeah. I hate every day in Babylon as well. Most definitely. So okay, that's good. So let's say the vexing is heightened just by the spirit, the holiday spirit, which these brothers and sisters bring on to you. Because your family members gonna bring that vexing spirit on to you. I got kicked out of a couple group chats because when I was young, in the truth, I was a raging lion, man. I was like, you Hebrew Israelites, blah, blah, blah. But, I calmed down and I understand now, So I don't say too much now in the group chats with family members. But I'm still in one group chat with a lot of family members, and I don't really say nothing in that group chat ever. But as I see, from October to January, it's happy Halloween, it's happy Thanksgiving, it's happy, Merry Christmas, all that bullshit. Right? So it's vexing. Because, I want to see how my family doing. Oh, what's the name in the hospital? Oh, what's the name doing this? Oh, what's the name graduated from college? Okay, good. Right? Whatever. But all this shit like I was saying, lead them attachments, all that shit don't matter. Alright? But I love Bel and the Dragon because Daniel wasn't really vexed. Let's listen to it. And the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it, but Daniel worshipped his own power. And the king said unto him, why doeth not thou worship Bel? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands. He basically said, man, I got to keep my laws. I got to keep my laws. But the living power, who have created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh, including you, Nebuchadnezzar. Okay? Then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Bel is a living power? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? So this king, foolish king, man, and we poor wise children. It's better to be a poor wise child than an old foolish king, as scripture says. So this king believes that this king believes that this idol is actually eating the food, the wine, the flour, and all that stuff that is placed before it. But hey, as we read, we gonna see it's these wicked ass priests, it's these wicked ass false god worshipers that are doing these things. So all that wine that's being placed at the bottom, let's just read. Let's just go into it. Let's just keep going. Then Daniel smiled. He's not vexed. You know what I'm saying? That's why, flipping it on the opposite side, we laugh at this shit. Okay? And this is also getting into the point of saying that this place is very emotional, but how we should be in this place. Because as the brother said, he want to burn this whole place down. It's going to happen. We going to do that. All right? When that time, at that appointed time, it's going to happen. When those chariots come, when those ICBM missiles come, it's going to happen. So we should smile and laugh at this place, knowing that it's vanity, vanity. I say if the preacher, it's all vanity. Right? And if y'all could share this, because I think on this page, the algorithms is weak or something. All right, then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived. Letting you know, man, we got the breath of life. We got that wisdom, that understanding. Yeah, they also thinking Satan eating the milk and cookies they set out too, lying to the kids that Santa Claus ate the milk and cookies, man. Right? For this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So the king was wroth and called for his priests and said unto them, if ye tell me not who this is that devoureth these expenses, ye shall die. So boom, the king is mad now. But if you can certify me that Bel devoureth them, then Daniel shall die. So if this statue can eat these foods, these items placed in front of it, then Daniel is going to be unalive. All of us would be in that same position, laughing, knowing that our life is on the line, but it's truly not on the line. At the end of the day, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is going to protect us, right? And more so, this shit is just hilarious that they believe that this statue is eating this stuff. For he has spoken blasphemy against Bel. The shit ain't alive. And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. Daniel said, let it be. Let it be what it be. Because I ain't scared. Once again. And Daniel smiled. Like, this whole shit is funny to him. Alright? Yeah, when they ask us, do we know of Yahawah, why Yahawah shall understand? He gonna say, yes. Yes, indeed. Right? We ain't gotta say too much. During that time, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi gonna put the words in our mouth. Of course. So take that into account, and then take into account how Yahawashi was when he was being tested. Did he speak that much? No, he barely say anything. He said, what did Pilate say? They call you the Son of God. They say you the King of the Jews. What do you say? Yahawashi basically said, what do they say I am? I am what they say I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? They, hey, the people spoke for him. You know, it is what it is. Yahawashi ain't self-incriminate himself in anything. He wasn't a criminal. He didn't do anything wrong. These false charges that was put against him was just that, false charges. He didn't have to speak too much. He was being subtle, yes. He didn't have to say too much. A fool just blah, blah, blahs. We got to be wise in these times. The same way I break down how if a brother get pulled over, you know, refer to Romans 13th chapter, man. Abide to these laws of the land. Go about it with some class. You abide to these laws of the land. Go about it with some class. You know, be you know, cool about it. Because Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi got us at the end of the day. Okay? They put me on the guillotine. I'm like, we ain't got all day. I see because what we know we got rewards. We got a bank account, a heavenly bank account up there. So yeah, when they put us on the guillotines, if that happens, right, we gonna smile. We gonna smile. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, Daniel shall die, spoken blasphemy. And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. Now the priests of Baal were 70. So that's what? 70 priests. 70 priests of Baal. This reminds me of what was it, Elijah and the priest of Baal? A similar situation. All right? It's always a lot of priests. It's always a lot of worshipers of Satan. We dealing with what? The wacky-tacky Christian church. Understand, iniquity is done in quantities, like mass iniquity. It's always going to be a little bit of brothers that's actually doing right. That's how it is always. Going from school, going from college, going from whatever it be. The masses is going to do what the masses do. All these people believing in Baal, Daniel, you know, and these heathen anyway, Daniel is the one believing in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and doing correct. And he can actually see through the wickedness of this dumbass statue. All these dudes is trying to deceive the king. All right? Beside their wives and children, and the king went with Daniel into the temple of Baal. Yeah, the 1/3 versus the world. That's beautiful. So Baal's priest said, lo, we go out. But thou, O king, set on the meat, and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast, and seal it with thy own signet. And tomorrow, when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel, that speaketh falsely against us. So these priests think that the same trick they've been doing, they're going to be able to get over with on the king. But Daniel's not stupid. And they little regarded it, for under the table they had made a private entrance, whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. Oh, the secret's out. The cat's out of the bag. So when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they strewed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king along. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. Now when the night came, the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drank up all. This is what they've been doing the whole time, deceiving the king. In the morning betime, the king arose and Daniel with him, and the king said, Daniel, are the seals hold? And he said, yea, O king, they behold. So nobody has went into the temple. And as soon as he had opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, great art thou, O Baal, and with thee is no deceit at all. Then Daniel laughed. Then laughed Daniel. This is how the faith got to be with us. We got so much faith in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You can have the damn FEMA troops at your door. You just laughing at the shit. Oh, it is what it is. Okay, come on. Where we going? We going to FEMA camp? I've been waiting. They like, you been waiting? Yeah, nigga, I've been waiting. Shit, I thought y'all was going to come earlier. Where y'all been at? Esau is wasting my fucking time. He need to hurry this shit up. All right, do what you going to do. Because at the end of the day, we know that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi has us. That's faith. At the end of the day, getting back to the last slide that was took down, Abraham knew Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi had him. All right? Knowing the law, Yahawah never required human sacrifice. Okay? So it wasn't even going to happen. But Abraham still went through with it. And then at the end, boom, stop. So we get right up to that point where we like, damn, you know, I'm going to lose everything that I love precious. I'm going to lose these, everything, you know, and then boom. All right, Yahawah he going to change it. He going to flip the script. We watch movies, right? We watch these movies and these movies got these twists in it. We all know that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is allowing them writers, them directors to direct it like that. Okay? Everything. The Squid Games, whatever it may be. Purge, the first Purge election year, right? Whatever it may be. All right, one second. My mama, man, my mama outside. She just come up out of nowhere. All right, hope she could get in, cause I ain't. Let me see. I think she got in. All right, so let's keep going. Then laughed Daniel, and held the king that he should not go in, and said, "Behold, now the pavement, and mark well, whose footsteps are these?" So Daniel used what? He used wisdom. Yeah, I'll be like, it is what it is, because it is what it is. It is. It is, man. Come. He used wisdom to tell. And the king said, "I see the footsteps of men, women, and children." And then the king was angry and took the priests with their wives and children, who showed him the private doors where they came in, and consumed such things as were upon them. Therefore the king slew them. So these wicked ass men got their entire families. That's 70 men. And they had wives. So 70 times 2, 140. And they had children. You could say that's about 300, maybe 400 people unalive that day. Right? Right. You trying to open the door? Yeah. Why you ain't knock?
Because you was on live.
I don't leave my door unlocked.
I thought the boys might be sitting right here.
No. So that was about 300, 400 people unalive that day. For disobedience. For thinking that they could fool the man of the Lord, Daniel. All right? Be careful out. Yeah, man. It is what it is. All right. Like I said, I'm going to be on YouTube more so. Because, you know, this whole thing. But, and I think I should get my appeal approved because I don't know what I said wrong. It's just these people and their emotions. All right. But reading this just to show us that, therefore the king slew them and delivered Bel into Daniel's power, who destroyed him and his temple. So all these people that mock and scoff and hate us and report us. I blocked her though. I blocked that lady. So yeah, she probably had another account or something. I don't know. But all these people that mock and scoff and hate us and try to deceive us, because look, Daniel's life was on the line at this point. Okay? They're going to be put into our hand in the kingdom. They're going to be our slaves. They're going to be placed into our hands. We're going to be, just look at this as, these people, look at this as America. Baal, right? Therefore the king slew them and delivered Baal into Daniel's power, who destroyed him and his temple. Right? America, man, is going down. These wicked ass people is going down. They will be slew. The things that they worshipped, all these Baals, right? These statues, these football stadiums, whatever it may be, these music concerts, whatever it may be. All these type things are forms of Baal, false worship. Even going to your damn Jesus Christ, right? False worship, that's a form of Baal. All of this stuff will be destroyed. And then in all of this stuff, what? It's going to be in our power. More so, Yahawashi coming forth to destroy it, but us being battle axes as well, that spirit lifted, brothers being able to destroy this place as well. Those chariots, the Halalyam coming forth and destroying this place as well. And them ICBM missiles coming forth and destroying this place as well. And what are we doing? We're sounding the trumpet. We're speaking on Babylon's demise. We're letting everybody know it's over. It's over. So, hey, we ain't even lift no brick. We ain't lift no rifle. We ain't put no bullets in no clip. We don't have to. We swing this sword left and right, whether it be TikTok, whether it be YouTube, whether it be wherever it be, on them streets, loud and proud about it. We are cutting Esau every single time, as well as cutting these heathen nations, as well as cutting these 2/3 brothers that's in our midst, that's wicked, that don't want to listen, that only want to mock and scoff. Right? You know what I'm saying? So at this time, man, I want to go back to this just to look at it. Then Daniel laughed, right? When it was supposed to be death. He knew his life was on the line. It was death that was lingering. The king was like, if Baal ate this stuff, I'm going to, take your head off. Daniel was laughing about it because he knew it was deceit. He knew it was wickedness. Let's go back to the other one. Where is it at? Then Daniel smiled, right? When he knew that the king thought that Baal was actually drinking this stuff. We have to laugh and smile and rejoice. Laughing and smiling is rejoicing, because we know at the end of the day, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is dealing with us. Daniel prayed every single day. Every single day, man. Okay? He had a perfect heart towards Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You have to wake up and pray every single day. Like I said on the last live, woke up in the spirit. Always waking up in the spirit. Kal Halalyam la Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Always wake up in that spirit. Alright? Think about what you're going to do today. More so. Alright? Like this live that I had prepared, Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7. A little bit I had it already done yesterday. And then fellowshipping with the brothers. And just that is a beautiful thing to do. With like-minded brothers. It's nothing like that. With brothers that are yelling and crying aloud for the fall of this kingdom the same way that you're doing. And I know that those brothers are making the same sacrifices. Right? Being in the truth longer than me, I'm the baby in the bunch. Okay? I'm just there. Right? And we just talking scripture. And it's nothing like that. Alright? We talking scripture, man. We saying, you know what I'm saying? That right there. And understanding that, hey, I'm being proved More so. And that proving time takes a long time. You don't just allow a brother to come in. You got to be proved for a long amount of time. You know? I be on edge really until the brothers gather for lessons. Then it become easier, I understand Elder Yasharambas when he say sometimes he don't want to talk to people. It is what it is. You know, and as a man, that alone time is special. Most definitely, that alone time is special. Right? That studying. Don't forget your first love. Right? What we sharing, what we just read, this is our first love. These scriptures, that's our first love. This word, that's our first love. At the end of the day, that's Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi is the word. And that's our first love. This truth, this wisdom. And why is it your first love? Because it's your salvation at the same time. It's how you're going to make it out of this place. You should love it with all your might. Right? And you shouldn't put nothing over this word. You shouldn't put nothing over this word. Put nothing over the Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Nothing. I don't care what it may be. We done went into Abraham. We done went into Abel. Did those men put anything over this word? No. Yahawashi, man, let's go to Jude. All those righteous brothers from that righteous bloodline didn't put anything over this word. Let's go to Jude 1 and 14. And Enoch, this is long ago, even before the flood. And Enoch also, the seventh completion from Adam, prophesied of these sayings. Behold, the master cometh with 10,000s of his saints. That's Enoch prophesying about Yahawashi. Enoch talking about Yahawashi coming. Do you know how long ago that was? Right? That's that's your power, man. That's about 5,000, between 6 to 5,000 years ago. Enoch prophesied about Yahawashi coming. And I'm saying that, and brother, oh, you mean in the book of Enoch? Nah, not in no book of Enoch. Okay? It's in the book of Jude. All right? That book of Enoch shit is, we all know. And this, brothers in here already know. So, it's all fake. But the prophecy of our master, of our king, coming is long foretold. Volume of the book, through all the books, man. It's important to know that this whole story, the word, this thing is like, it's a love letter. Yahawashi, and we patiently awaiting him. We may cry, we may, over and over, cry and fiend. We prisoners of Yahawashi. We fiend and want, but we know, hey, it's all Yahawah, it's all Lord's will. We know we got to hold on. This is why, getting back into it, we got to be like Daniel and smile and laugh at all of this stuff that's coming forth. I was telling brothers, man, last year, I didn't have a job, right? Broke, having to ask my wife for money to go to camp, right? That shit you don't feel manly in that sense. But I understood, man, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi was humbling me, bringing me down to the lowest point financially, right? And I was talking with the brothers yesterday, man. He's like, yeah, man, you got those trials and tribulations, they gonna come always. As scripture say, we take that chastisement cheerfully. And this was also a testing for my woman at that point, right? And what is that getting back to? Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7. Prove a friend. Is your woman gonna stay with you when you broke? Is your woman gonna stay with you? Oh, she gonna stay with you when you got some money. But is she gonna rock with you when you broke? When you can't even take her out to eat? When you can't even buy her nothing nice or whatever it may be? Some of these women just with you because you provide in that sense. You can buy her nice, take her on trips, take her to the, whatever it be, man, Cheesecake Factory, I don't know. But does she really love you? Has she been proven? The same thing with a brother. Is this brother with me? Just because, everybody has to be proven. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is proving us. Let's go to Zephaniah. Yeah, I said that Cheesecake Factory because it's a play on words. That shit funny. That's showing you, man, how these women is bougie and high-minded. Just like that woman that probably most likely reported me. High-minded woman, high-minded female, thinking that she's the top and the tip of the barrel, the best in the bunch, when she's really at the lowest, and she don't even understand it. Because I looked at her profile pic real quick, and it was just false hair, eyelashes, all that bullshit. Right? A typical 2/3 female. All right? And, she had prophet in her name? I ain't even see that. I ain't looked at. Damn. Many delusions. All right, Zephaniah 3:9. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahawah, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Wait, be patient. Now, we have that understanding. We got that blueprint that all of this is coming forth. This is not scary to us. To us, it's a rejoicing moment. It's a Daniel moment, a smile or laugh moment, right? And it's also from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It's a proving moment. I'm about to do all this stuff. Now, did you listen to my word when I told you that I was going to do all this stuff? Or are you going to be scared when I do all this stuff? If you're scared when he begins to do all this stuff, you didn't listen to the word. You fell from your first love. You left your first love. You don't even know what she looks like anymore. Right? If you truly love her, then you know she about to wreak havoc. Yahawashi, if you truly love your first love, you know it's about to get down. It's about to go down. This is why when you get married, right? In that sense, don't lose the flame. You got to stay in love with this woman. That's the same thing with this truth, man. Just because you got her, it ain't over. Y'all still got to go on little dates. Y'all still got to make each other smile and laugh. Y'all still got to hang out and whatever it may be. Stay in love with this truth. Just bringing that analogy to that. With this truth. Oh, you came into this truth. You know you a Hebrew Israelite. I'm going to clap for you. You know the names now. I'm going to clap for you. Oh, you got the doctrine. You on fire. All right. Some years go by. All right. You just going through the motions. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Now you like, man, when is Yahawashi coming? Oh, man. Is he coming this year? Is he coming next year? When is he coming? Oh, man. So you falling out now. Look at them brothers in GMS Boston. Them brothers in GMS Boston been preaching for 10 years on them corners. And what happened to them? This is talk of the town amongst our community. They're preaching that the Gentiles can be saved now. They're preaching that these heathen nations can be saved now. I'm talking about brothers in this truth for 10 years. years. They lost their first love. That's why it doesn't matter, man. You got to stay on fire for her. You got to stay on fire. And at the end of the day, it's Yahawashi. Because you don't want to get to the wedding. And once again, Yahawashi say, depart, I never knew you. Because what happened? You lost your first love. You got to stay in love with Yahawashi. At the end of the day. You know, getting back to the lesson I did the other day, lose your emotions. Leave your emotions behind, right? But also keep that emotion, which is love. And that thing, love, is more so an action, right? You can say you love somebody all day, but it's more so proven. You got to prove it. I don't care what you say. You can say anything out your mouth. You got to prove it. Are you proving it? You don't got to prove it to the brothers. You don't got to prove it to me. You don't got to prove it to Matazabak, Abaniah, Alliance of the 12. You don't got to prove it. You got to prove it to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's what the brothers told me yesterday, man. And I knew that. And I say that a lot too. You know, I told them y'all been putting in works, etc., etc. You know, back to going to camp consistently, financially in a good spot, and all of that. So they said, man, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, you know, sees everything most definitely. So don't worry about it. And it shows up in the form of blessings. It shows up in the form of the wisdom and understanding. Every night, I pray for more understanding, more wisdom. I pray for more understanding, more wisdom. That's my nightly prayer, man. You know, amongst other things. But at the end of the day, that's just really saying I want to fall more in love with the word, with Yahawashi. Yahawashi said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Not just say you love me. It's action. Let's get that. Let's get that. Not that, but I got something for that. James 1:22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Deceiving your own selves. Once again, you can say it, but are you doing it? Are you proving it? Are you putting in that time? Going back to the other live, sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice? Man, you know, I really can't do it live today. I'm tired, etc. Everybody getting on my nerves, etc. Man, come on. Are you going to be a bucket of excuses? Or are you going to get to it? You got to stay in that fire. Keep that fire burning. All right, let's go to Zechariah 13 already. Zechariah 13:9. And I will bring the third part, that 1/3, through the fire, and will refine them. What is that? That's this. That's what we're going through. That's Jacob's trouble. That's the trials and tribulations. That's the temptations. That's everything that you're undergoing. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Was it easy for Yahawashi? No. He did it. We have to do it as well. The servant is not greater than the master. I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahawah is my power. That time is at hand. How do you recognize his people? Oh, because they saying the true name. Nah, that's not it. They could be saying the true name, but are they singing the correct song? You recognize his people by the conversation, the manner of life, consistency, loyalty, their faith, time shows that. Or they was in love. You can see that they're in love because they're doing the works. They're doing the, they're proving it via the actions. But like I said, look at GMS Boston. And we hope those brothers, come back into the fold. But teaching that everybody can be saved, that's off, right? After 10 years of teaching the correct doctrine, that everybody can be saved, demon, that's going around. You have to be careful about that. Don't change the doctrine. The elders didn't change the doctrine. And if they went off on something, they corrected it. I was watching a video about 3 weeks ago, Elder Gabar talking about, back in the day, they used to teach Saturday Sabbath. Right? And they corrected it. Right? You have to do that. If your doctrine is incorrect, correct it. We're supposed to be men. Part of girding up your loins is taking accountability and responsibility. You got to be a man in this thing. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is proving a friend. So therefore, if you're not being a man, you're not really being proven. You're failing the test. Don't make excuses. Don't say that, I don't really got charisma like other brothers. So what? Moses didn't have that good charisma. So what? He was our king at that point. Right? A priest as well. And a prophet. Jeremiah didn't have that real good charisma. He didn't want to speak. He was young. You making all these excuses. I don't got the setup like other brothers. It doesn't matter. I don't got a garment. Doesn't matter. These things come over time. Do the work right now. You got that spiritual garment. What is this word, this understanding, this truth? That's all you need at this point in time. Everything else will come. Everything else will come. Yeah, just speak the truth. Right? The first time I went out on the corners, I didn't have a garment. Right? As I grew in this word, and I grew under the elders, then I understood. You understand more things. That day by day, you are built up. Trust Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and let it build you up. Continue to fall in love with this truth. It will only get better. All right? And don't think that doesn't mean that it's going to be trials and tribulations. Right? Once again, we got to go through that fire. We have to be tried. I'll get that for you. 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. I'm going to keep going. For we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong, and this also we wish, even your perfection. Therefore I write these things being absent, lest being present I should use sharpness according to the power which the Master hath given me to edification and not destruction. All right, and I'm gonna use that to transition back into the emotional point of it. All right, Elder Ricard. I got it. I forgot it though. If no brother get it for you, I'll get it for you today. I'll get it for you today if no other brother got it for you. If I don't forget, I ain't gonna forget. All right. So I'm gonna read that last part. Which the Master have given me to edify, to edification and not destruction. We are supposed to edify the sheep. We're supposed to bring brothers and sisters back into the fold, not offend them. And offending the little ones, that doesn't mean in an emotional standpoint. First and foremost, you got to lose that emotional attachments that you have that was taught by this weak ass society. This is a society full of simps. All right. Longer word for that, sympathizers, man. Sensitive ass people. Okay? This sensitive mindset that brothers and sisters have is not according to the word. It's not according to the word, man. The standard that we're supposed to hold ourselves up on is the laws and commandments and statutes, is the way that we carry ourselves. That's the manner of life. You be like, how do I supposed to be as an Israelite man? Go read the laws and commandments. Go read the stories given to us for edification, for inspiration, for knowledge, for wisdom. How are you supposed to handle women? You could go to Judges and read about Samson. Right? That's how not to handle women. Right? Don't give a woman your power. That's what he did. These lessons was there to guide us. Everything that Yahawashi went through, that's there to guide us, to help us. He knew at this point in time. That's why he prayed for us. Yahawashi prayed for us. All right, Yahawah that we be of that number. He prayed for us. Because he knew at this point in time, man, what it was going to be about. How it was going to be. Worse than any other point on the planet. And are we there yet? No, but we're entering into it. We're getting there. All right? Worse than the times of Noah. Worse than the times of Lot. Worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be on that level and past that level. If you don't have Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, you once again are not going to make it. If you don't have that wisdom and understanding, that mark which is sealed on your forehead, you're not going to make it. All right? Tell you like this, see you on the other side of the timeline. See you when you're born into the kingdom. And we pray every day that we make it. Right? Nobody's safe. Because we don't know. Alright? Let's get this. Proverbs 4:23. Above all else. Hey, man. Guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. What you want?
Water.
I think them open. Yeah. That one on the right not open? Oh, that's open. Them all Zanes. Drink that coconut water. That's good for you.
I just drank the water.
You should drink that coconut water.
Nah, I just drink this.
Okay. You don't like coconut water?
I'm going to put it in my smoothie.
Alright. We trying to get my mama to drink coconut water, man. Alright. Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. And we know the heart is a deceitful thing. Once again, that live we did the other day with the brother having thoughts, being drunk, right? Allowing that alcohol to corrupt his mind also. And then already having some feelings towards brothers and saying that we're too harsh on him. Once again, you got to break away from that emotional attachment that this place has given to you, especially being a man. You can't come into this thing being soft. I'm going to just, man, plainly, you can't be in this thing and be soft. Especially going into Jacob's trouble. You're going to see a lot of things that may, lead you to tears, lead you to shock, whatever it may be. All right. I got one on that too. I'm gonna get that First Peter, but I'm gonna get that First Peter 4:8 first. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Nah, it's not that one. Oh, 7. 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer, meaning in your doctrine, right? Those versions. Be sober in your doctrine and your understanding. All these other things produced by these false prophets, these false Hamashiachs, your Yah-Jews, your TD Power Bottom Jakes, your Kurt Franklins, whoever it may be. All this other stuff is out there to destroy your mindset, destroy your heart, therefore penetrating your soul, taking away your spiritual virginity. You have to be virgins. Yahawashi said virgins. That doesn't mean that you don't supposed to produce children, right? And the man does produce children because the man lays the seed down. Okay? 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And that's Esau Edom. He's out here feasting like a roaring lion. What's a lion gonna do? It see a meal. A lion in the safari is that number one predator, right? A cheetah can't mess with him. You know, ain't no tigers in Africa, so you ain't got to really worry about that because the tiger can mess up a lion. But a lion in that land is that one, and they hunt in packs, and it be the women that's hunting, right? The man sit back and maintain the territory. And it's beautiful how Yahawah uses a lion, you know, for the sense of us, with Yahawashi being the lion out of the tribe of Judah, right? But more so for this, showing that Esau is raging like a roaring lion, going forth and devouring. A male lion he gonna handle anything, right? Ain't nobody messing with him in that territory, especially if he's the alpha. And it's normally only one male, and it's just a bunch of females, and he impregnates those females. This is showing you that even the animals understand that one man can have all these, you know, women and keep things flowing. That's what the lions do. And another lion come, the male lions, the babies, they get to a certain age, they get kicked out, and they got to survive. And they eventually got to start their own family. That's Genesis, the 2nd chapter. Towards the end, Genesis 2 and 24. A man shall leave his father's house, you know, his father and mother's house, and go into a woman. So if you look at how lions go, you know, just using that, it's beautiful. And that's the order, right? You will be that one male lion, speaking of the 144,000, and also the 1/3 men, right? And you're going to have multiple wives, and it is what it is. That's how it's supposed to be ran. All right, but at this point, a raging lion, he's going through devouring anything. Satan, Esau Edom, he got you if you don't have this truth. If you don't have Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, he's got you because you don't know better. Right? We found out yesterday ranch has pork in it. Right? Nobody knew that. The concrete that you walk in has pork in it. Esau put pork in everything because he knows it's against your law to touch it. All right, let's get that, brother. Titus 2 and 6. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. Once again, talking about your doctrine, that virginity, and also getting back to what Yahawashi said about having oil in your lamps so it can burn. You got to keep that light flowing. All right. I'm going to get a couple more, then I'm going to wrap it up. I wanted to get this one the other day. Isaiah 44:9. This also about, on the flip side, going against that sober. Isaiah 44:9. They that make a graven image are all of them vanity, and they detectable things, and their delectable things shall not profit. And they are their own witnesses. They see not nor know, they that they may be ashamed. Who have formed a power, a god, or molten or graven image that is profitable for nothing. Getting back to the beginning story, which we read, Baal and the dragon. That's what they created. They created a statue that can't do anything, and they worshipped it. They had to dust it off. It can't even clean itself. It can't talk. It can't use the bathroom. It can't do anything. It's not living. And they believe that it's actually doing something for them. This is how these wicked priests were. And what did they do? They had a secret passage in the back, so they would donate all this wine, flour, and then they would come and get it in the middle of the night and eat it. That's the same thing that's going on in these churches today. The same exact thing. Except at that point, that image is your Jesus Christ. And these pastors are manipulating and taking the money from everybody, all our people. Right? Knowing that it's not profitable. Hey, babe. So, if it's not profitable, therefore they are false prophets. All right, Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahawah. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah, power of Yasharahla, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock, and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith Yahawah. They haven't taught them correctly. Taking money from the government, teaching lies, the same way that these colleges do. If you go into the colleges, most of these Christian colleges, Christian high schools, they're all ran by a 501c grant, the same as these churches. And they all indoctrinate and teach incorrectly. Okay? So that's Jeremiah 23:1-2. 3, and I will gather the remnant of my flock. Once again, a remnant being a piece. As we read in Zechariah 13:9, that 1/3 of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them. Because this 1/3 is scattered around the world. All right? But the bulk of this 1/3 is in North America and South America. Okay? Yes, it's Israelites in Australia, Israelites in Japan, China, Russia, etc. But the bulk of the tribes is in North America and South America. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds. That's back into this truth. And they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahawah. As scriptures say, we should know war no more. We shouldn't even have to, we won't even have to thirst. We won't thirst. We won't hunger. None of that. Those everlasting bodies, similar to the angels, right? But able to reproduce. All right? Kind of, brother. Yeah, it's in pork. It's in ranch. Pork is in ranch, And it's like in my spirit, I never liked ranch. I don't know why. I never liked ranch or mayonnaise. But, all right, so let's get And it's been and I know let me see if we gonna do this. That brother, it's been a brother, man. That crybaby dude, his doctrine's off, right? And I wait till I get my other live access back to do that. Feeding the sheep, his doctrine's off. As y'all seeing, I was going back and forth with that guy because he's off. But he did send me an apology today, and he said that his doctrine was off. He admitted it. And that's, at the end of the day, that's spirit. Because if he's really in this thing, he can't just keep on going off. Let me go get that. I'm gonna read this, okay? So, and I'm gonna just deal with this brother in the inbox. Ain't no need to rebuke. I mean, I was gonna rebuke him because it was public and all of that, but since he sent this and he's apologizing, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it be because he's calling on the true names, but he got some holes in his doctrine. And this is the thing: you can't be out here teaching incorrectly, or that blood will be on your hand. All right, so this is what he said. You're right. I have a prideful attitude and effeminate spirit. But I want to make it clear again, I don't teach about JC being salvation or that hell is real. I don't have an elder. And that's the number one problem. All right? But I understand, I guess, the guidance of men who brought me in the truth. Me and my big brother started a camp together under the blessings of the elder apostles. So I want to know what elders is that? Right? But you must have an elder. Alright? You can't be out here trying to teach on your own. Because if I go back through the messages, which I'm not, right? But he said a lot of off things. And he admits that he got an effeminate spirit. He was holding on to a lot of emotions and certain things trying to save these people. Because if you go back to my other page and you see what he said, that woman can be saved by calling the name of Jesus Christ. And we know that's not true. According to Acts 4 and 12. According to Proverbs 30 and 4. While we don't worship our oppressors' gods, man. They were created in their image. Who said that? Somebody said that today, man. All our people worship is other gods created in images of other people. The Indians, they got the Hindus. The Chinaman, he got the Buddhists. Right? The white people, Edomites, they got Jesus Christ because he's white. Right? But when we come with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the truth, automatically we jump to the top of the terrorist group. They deem us as a hate group. Piece it together. And they got to know we watch the elders too. Exactly. So you can't be lying, Jake. Exactly. He said he watched the elders. He said the elders apostles said that he could start a camp, but he says he don't even have an elder. So wait a minute. It's not adding up. You go to Hebrews 5 and what? 12? Let's go there. And I get that too. Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord, Yahawah, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Yeah, he lying and beating around the bush. I'm going to leave it alone. But man, that boy. Hey, I'm gonna just hope he works on it. All right. Let's go to what I said. Hebrews 5 and 12. And I would rather do it when he can come on the live. I don't, unless somebody want to share it to him. I'd rather do it on my other page too. Hebrews 5 and 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of power, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. If I go to his page, he was teaching it's just a lot of stuff incorrectly. This is why he's not at the point where he should teach yet. Alright? You can't jump out there if you're not ready, if you don't have the understanding of the milk. He did like a 3-video breakdown on the Shabbat and taught it incorrectly. That right there, you're leaving, what's that scripture, man? Pitch. Let me go find that. I can't find it. Something about pitch. You can't leave these smudges, these blemishes. You can't corrupt the sheep. You go back to Jeremiah 23:2. He's scattering the sheep by teaching incorrectly. Yeah, Khan, if you destined for destruction, you destined for destruction. What, Jude 1:6. But I don't think it's just distance yourself from that brother, man. If you following that brother, and feeding the sheep, Fishers of Men has said something to me about him, and Yakal has said something to me about him. And it's just going around. So I would do it because I know other brothers see it as well, right? And that's the only reason. Other than that, I just unfollow him and let it go. All right. Yeah. So you can't corrupt our people, and we know, man, who's dealing with us is dealing with us, right? And this going back to what we did a couple months ago when it was me, Matazabak, Abaniah, man, talking about, and Yashala as well, talking about how Abaniah say, man, too many cooks spoil the soup or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And what I would say is, hey, only eat at this diner. You can't be going to all these diners. All right? These brothers is teaching incorrectly. Right? From that fleshly, carnal doctrine, allowing you to wear dreads, allowing you to, keeping the Shabbat on Saturday only, not keeping the moon phases, etc., etc. We could go in on that forever, man, but I'll get that. I'm pretty much wrapped up. Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And once again, that's going back to trusting in your own mind. You can't do that. You think it's right, but is it according to Scripture? Proverbs 3:5. Trust in Yahawah with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. It's got to be according to Scripture. Ephesians 5:27. That he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish, set apart. Because when you think about Yahawashi, when he went to the cross, he was holy and without blemish. Right? And what I've been speaking about this whole entire live is that virgin mindset. That oil in the lamp. Yahawashi is our covering. He's covering us. He's bringing it down, giving us this spirit. And allowing us to understand. Going back to Revelations, the 5th chapter, he opened the book. The Lion of Judah, the root of David, he opened the book for us. Being our cover, he's covering us. Being the bridegroom, we are the bride. So he's presenting us to Yahawah without spot, without blemish. Exactly. That's And at this point, if you see these guys, they follow you. You go on their page, you see their doctrine is off. You could try to tell them. If they don't take it, just leave it alone. Block them or whatever. Because it's a lot of spies. Man, we was talking about that yesterday at camp. It's just a lot of spies. You got it's a lot of agents. When you look at IUIC, that whole camp is agents. All right? It may be a couple sincere brothers in there, but most of that camp is just agents. Because their leader is taking money from the government. He has a net worth, what the brother said yesterday, 150 million. Right? That just reeks agents. Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, Elder Ramlab, Elder Ricard, they not paid. They still on the same corners for 30 years. So come on. ISUPK, they have a whole building. Right? They have multiple buildings. Right? Yeah, the organization is 150 million. Nate is 4 million. But once again, let's get that. Riches. It's harder for a rich man to get into heaven. He's not. And the doctrines. You can see by the doctrines, the evidence. What that live I did long time ago, like last week. Your works is your name. Going from his previous work, which the brothers got on him about, saying that we were ruling the kingdom for 1,000 years, and then Gog and Magog is going to come back and take us over. Come on. So Yahawashi going to get dethroned? His works speak and show that he's wicked. I mean, when he was teaching with the apostles, he was teaching correctly. He was teaching the names, Yahawah, Yahawashi, but now he's teaching Most High Christ blessed. That's right there. That's evidence. I don't know. It is what it is. And it's all going to be discovered. What's done in the dark shall come to the light. All right. Yeah, he's not. Because he doesn't have proper discipline. People in his camps, they got dreads going down. They got women teaching shalom this, shalom that. Right? It's once again, like I said earlier, it's vexing to the spirit to see your brothers and sisters in that way. Oh yeah, they know they Hebrew Israelites, but they still got a colonizer way about them because they're still keeping the ways of the Gregorian calendar. They're still keeping the ways of the heathens. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Which means they hate their first love. They let it go. They're not in love. Your first love is the wisdom and understanding. That's the breath of life. If you don't have that breath of life, you're just a zombie. You got a whole lot of zombies out here. Alright. I'm about to get up out of here though. But mainly watch your circle. As brothers been saying, it's a lot of women, these camps, IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, whatever, they use women to infiltrate brothers as well. Right? And we seen it before. Don't trust. It is what it is. If you teaching, only teach on be careful with the DMs and all that. People be seeking information, man. Use wisdom. Let's go to that. What's the stability? What's our stability in these times? Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahawah is his treasure. And what's the fear of Yahawah? Wisdom. Fear in Yahawah is the beginning of wisdom. Hey, can you bring me a lighter? I don't know. I think this thing out of fluid. Thank you. And your hair long. Salakia. So how do you get more wisdom? By growing in this truth. By staying in love with your first love. Go on dates. You got to take her out. Right? Every day. Because, hey, if it was a girl, you're going to call her and text her every day, right? You're going to call her and text her every day, right? You got to have that same understanding. And this lighter don't work.
Yes, it did.
It don't work no more. Whatever. You got to call her and text her every day, man. 1 second. All right. Alright. I just like the smell. And speaking of that, speaking of agents, let's go to Psalms 83. From the top. Keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharahla may be no more in remembrance. As much as it related back then, it's still the same to this day. These heathen nations hate us at the end of the day. Right? You got China, Russia, America, all fighting to bring the NWO together. They all want to be the first ones. And they all have the same thing in mind, which is that RFID, that MOTB. They all have a certain form of digital currency, which they all trying to bring in. Russia doesn't want America to bring it in first. America doesn't want Russia to bring it in first. And the same with China. Right? But it's just better that it's Revelation 17 that Russia and China and BRICS nation, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and all, about 40, 50 nations that's rising up with them as well, they all have teamed up. And then, to make it even worse for Babylon, France, England, all of those NATO countries are going to be against America very soon. It says they will hate the whore. They understand what she's bringing. They're going to soon see her for who she is. But we have already been gifted that understanding of who she is. So let's keep going. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon, and Amalek, the head tribe of Edom, the Philistines, that's Hamites, with the inhabitants of Tyre, that's Hamites again. Assur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kishon. All these nations have conspired together to come at us. You know that dude? I got you. I don't see him in here, but for sure. But all these nations have conspired to come against us. Russia been knew that America had us over here hostage. America got us over here not telling us who we are. Russia been knew, because now it's in Russia's benefit to what? To go against America, to help us. They telling us, they trying to give us Russian icons. They trying to tell us that our king is black and all of that, etc., etc. They trying to act like they helping us, right? Let me see. What is that? It's on YouTube. Let me see if I can find it. Putin's daughter. Putin's daughter says, Putin's I was trying to find it. A brother said this yesterday at camp that Putin's daughter spoke about us over here talking about America's downfall. But what's happening over here is the same. You go to Jeremiah, the whole book of Jeremiah. What did Jeremiah talk about the whole time? He talked about the Babylonians coming in to take down Judah. Except now, we in Babylon, and those countries from the north, those northern countries, that's Russia, that's China, that's Iran, that's North Korea, that's all these nations coming in here to destroy us. And it will be destroyed from the inside out. All these UN troops is over here. All these Venezuelan troops is over here. All these people are over here. So this place is about to be took down at the end of the day. You know. And that's all I got, man. I ain't gonna run on, because I do got camp later on. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalom to the Ahtham, few and far between Yahawah that tap in, the water for all the precepts, scriptures. Shalom, shalom, shalom. As always, Kwam, Yasha'Allah, Abba, Babar. Shalom.